Hey, welcome back to my watercolor channel, and today I paint an easy landscape. As we have summer and at the moment there is a lot of green, so I thought I paint a green landscape with a lot of long grass and some poppy flowers on there. I do a pre-drawing, so I have an idea where the tree line is going and where the horizon line is leading, as well where I can place the clouds, or which direction I can place the clouds. Obviously I know where to place the clouds. I prepare my green basically out of cobalt blue and some lemon yellow. That's quite important because I wanted to have bright green, and next to it have also a much more dark green, which is basically the same color combination, but adding much more blue to the mixture. I thought that I wet the paper, especially where the sky is, so it's much easier to add some softer clouds. The first layer is somewhat light, so I don't want to overdo it. My paper is tilted, so you can see that the paint is flowing nicely downwards. And I try to play around a little bit with the direction, so it's a bit going down from the right and then from the left as well. It's a little bit of a nice play. And then I add my first tree line, so there are trees really further in the back. Meanwhile I take off a little bit of the blue color, so then they are really nice clouds. My tree line gets two different colors, a little bit more bluish, which is really further away, and then having this green color, which is a little bit stronger. And it's mixing nicely with the sky, so with the blue color, and looks blurry, which adds to the distance. I haven't wetted the foreground, so I just add the green colors. I add different shades of green, like you've seen. I have prepared a brighter green and a little bit of darker green, a little bit more bluish green, and mix them nicely together so they are all there on the painting. Then adding a salt. I had the idea to add some white flowers, and the salt helps a little bit there as well. I waited that everything has dried, and I mixed more of my bright green color and added here where the flowers are more in detail. Are gonna be more red flowers in the detail, but I wanted to have a little bit of a sharper edge here at the front as well, not just having soft edges, not just having wet to wet. I kind of spread a little bit the paint to the side, so there is a small path, and I try to focus on that one. Also, you can see the green shades they are much more intensive, so I used much more pigments when I was mixing those greens. I add some of yellow ochre now to the path. It's still mixing a little bit with the left side greens. It looks actually quite nice. And then I add carefully some cadmium red to the landscape while this is still quite wet. In fact, the red colors are fitting quite well with the green, so it really comes out nicely if the green has been added to, if the red has been added to the green. So it's really kind of like eye-catching. Now I add here more of this very cool green to the side. It's nearly a viridian green, only that it was self-made. And spreading it nicely as well, so that the first layer of the green comes through, as well as the salty patches. I thought I add more of a deeper yellow here. That would fit nicely. And it's mixing with the green together, so again having different green shades. And this is more of a deep yellow and cobalt blue green, so it kind of gives the idea of a sunny day, which is reflected onto the field. I thought that the background or the back tree line too blurry, so I add more of a harder layer there, and adding a bit more contrast. But now I focus on creating nice grass areas, especially if something is really close. It should have more harder edges. Here I spread as well some of the green, and then I play around with adding lighter green as well as some of the darker greens. But it's more, the darker areas come more out if the paper has been dried, as you can see it here on the path. It's a very easy and fast painting, so we are nearly done. Just adding with a very thin brush more of the darker colors. And then giving as well some, not only straight grass arms, but also adding a little bit of a roundness there, so it looks much more realistic. A little bit at the top, and the same to the right, so the closer something is, then adding here more of details. It can be easily seen, and then emphasizing the horizon line. That was basically it, so thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe. Bye.